Hello, I'm Bruce Zimmerman, and this is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week. Richters Herbs have been around forever and ever. In fact, I can't remember when they weren't around. It's a family business, and we like those, especially ones that endure. Now, Richters Herbs is in Goodwood, Ontario, and I'm going to give you the toll-free number up front because if you haven't got the seed, the catalog, you should go and take a look and get one. But also you should go to their website, which is www.richters.com. And Richters is spelled Richters. Now, the toll-free number is 1-800-668-4372. That's 1-800-668-4372. Now, they are known for all their more exotic herbs, but they also have a lot of things that a lot of people don't consider herbs. Some are edible, some are not. And basically, some can be used in the garden and still be actually a medicinal plant. I like calendulas. They have a tendency in my garden to see themselves spread and grow anywhere and everywhere, sidewalks, cracks, and in the driveway, anywhere they'll grow. But controlling them, still, they're reliable, dependable, they're volunteers, and that means they're inexpensive. In other words, they're free. The one calendula that is new to me is Richters Orange. Now, this is an interesting pot marigold or calendula. It's a commercial strain that's used for medicinal flower purposes and production in Europe. And because it has a very high medicinal value. Now, if you go and you take a look at the Calypso Orange calendula, it has the highest farandole content, okay? It's neat, it's compact variety, it's very, very good for you, obviously. It's got the high content. It's for anti-inflammatory activity, and of course it's got the nice, dark, bright orange centers. The Richters Orange comes in two different colors. It's sort of a orange and light orange, but it's sort of a nice two-toned. How's that? That's probably the better way to describe it. Then there's the old Calendula officinalis. It's been around forever and ever and ever. The pot marigold, it's got that nice, delicate flavor and strong color that you want to add to eat in salads and omelets and cheese, etc. It's also a coloration substitute for saffron, which is, of course, very expensive. It is used as a first aid in skin lotions and ointments as well. There is also a cool one. Now, this is brand new. It's called Oopsie Daisy Calendula, and it is a pale, creamy orange and a deep gold. A compact variety, which is always good. The flowers, again, two-toned. The spent flowers need to be deadheaded from time to time. This sort of keeps the production of flowers up, which is really what you're looking for anyways. And they will bloom probably from fairly early in June all the way to frost. Makes the fresh flower petals are good in salads and fresh. Dried, they can be used for medicinal creams. So this is the type of information and variety that they have at Richters Herbs. So the catalog is just jam-packed full. So if you're in a hurry and you want to, go online and go to their website, www.richters.com. Okay? Always a good idea. Now, basil. I always thought, there's got to be at least 5 or 10 basils. Well, that's sort of an understatement when it comes to Richters Herbs. They have a sweet group, and this one, This is incredible. Half of them I haven't even grown. So I'm going to list a few, okay, because there are so many, okay. Jolena basil is a nice one. It's excellent for pot production or for field production, and that makes it a good one. Big dark green leaves, very uniform and compact, okay. Medinet basil is compact. The variety of leaves are not as large as Genovese, but it is excellent for pot production and only gets about 12 to 14 inches high, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's slow to bolt, particularly in hot conditions, which is really good here in Niagara. So try that one. Or if you're going to grow it as an indoor plant when it gets super hot, sort of like in a greenhouse in your window, this would be the variety to choose. Romanesco basil is another one. It has large leaves, a very high oil content, and a stronger aroma and flavor than many varieties. It's good for pestos and other cooking as well. Suited for the greenhouse or field production, try that one. Sweet basil, this one's a long-time popular variety. This is the one with the large foliage that you've seen around all the time. Nufar basil, it's a fusarium-resistant basil. It's a nice hybrid. It's got good resistance to the fusarium, and it was bred in the United States. Of course, the Genovese basil, we don't have to say too much about that one. It's probably one of the best ever produced. Dolly basil, I don't know, maybe it's named after Dolly Parton. I'm not too sure. It has the biggest yields. Dolly is a heavy yielder and just produces 15% more fresh herbs than the next best production variety, and 50 more than the standard Genovese variety. So it's excellent, okay? It has improved tolerance against low temperatures, which is good for spring and fall. It means it goes out earlier. It's best suited for outdoor gardens and field production. Emily basil, okay? A very compact variety. It's suited for both fresh cut production and for pot culture. Large leaves, bright medium green color. It's got a good long shelf life in pots or as fresh cut in bags or in bunches. That's a good thing. Particularly you can grow them in the pot. They last long in the pot, etc. Kira basil. Now, this is a cold-tolerant one. It's a new variety. It's a Genovese variety, pot culture, as well as for fresh field. The leaves are medium-sized and have a good dark green color. Shelf life tolerates post-harvest refrigeration well, making it perfect for shipping, okay? Or just in the refrigerator. In Vigor basil, it's a disease-resistant Genovese basil. It's resistance to 3 of the often fatal diseases that goes after basil, the alfalfa mosaic virus, tomato spotted wilt virus, and cucumber mosaic virus. So it has the large leaves, intense flavor, and it is an exclusive to Richters. So then there's the bush, which you get those nice bushy ones, and the bush ones are much neater. If you're going to use them as a mixed herb in a mixed flower and vegetable garden, then these are the ones that most people use because they look good. But the one that is probably the most popular for this use is spicy globe basil. It's very attractive, bushy basil. It's got larger leaves. It's more uniform, it's dense, it's globular. It looks like a little bush or a plant as opposed to the typical basil. Globette basil, same thing, except it only gets 4 to 6 inches high. Medium dark green leaves, very aromatic and good for pot culture. Sounds good. Green globe basil, this one is a good little bush one, again, but it's 20 to 28 inches across. So a little bigger, good spicy flavor, uniform look, particularly if you've given a little bit of a prune. But in most cases, you never have to, and it just looks like you've pruned it. Pistue basil. This is a bush type again. Small leaves. Highly uniform, compact habit. Excellent for pot and for borders. Think of that, a border of basil. You've never run out. You get into the purple basils and you get into the dark opal that everybody knows as well. Then there's the Corsican, which can be raised from seed. It's great with petai, with walnuts, and the basil. So, yeah. The things. Emerald wine basil. Emerald wine? Oh, okay. Sounds interesting. Could be a little different in flavor. It's a wine red veins encircled by emerald green. It's more good looking. It goes well on windowsills or as table centerpieces in pots. The leaves and overall size are smaller than the standard sweet basil, and the growth habit's fairly compact and dense. There's that one. There's Purple Delight basil. Now, this one is more of the dark purple leaf ones. It has little or no green coloration, which is always the complaint people have with the other dark opal. And it just watch your nitrogen levels. If you keep your nitrogen levels low, usually the dark opal doesn't get as much green. At least that's what I've found. Strong flavor on the Purple Delight and scent, so it's a good, strong, upright grower. Purple Ruffles basil is another one. It's an all-American winner. Heavily ruffled, frilled, dark purple leaves, purplish pink flowers. Striking new addition to the herb gardens. You want to put it in your flower garden, go for it. There's red Genovese basil, and Genovese, probably one of the most popular, and there's a red variety. What more can you ask? Okay, so try that one as well. There's cinnamon basil, African blue basil, African spice basil, lemon basil, lime basil, sacred basil, green basil, purple basil, Thai basil, spice basil, queenette Thai basil, Siam queen Thai basil. Is there enough basils for you? I think so. So, go to Richters Herbs and take a look. And if you're in a hurry, don't forget to go to their website, www.richters.com, or you can phone them toll-free, 1-800-668-4372, and order quickly and get great herbs for your home, garden, and windowsill. I'm Bruce Zimmerman. This is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week.